What's going wrong with Vinfast? The Vietnamese manufacturer first hit the electric vehicle market with heavy investments, and the company went public in August 2023. But people are worried their stock price might be going down ever since its arrival, which could be true due to many different reasons. Their numbers don't seem to add up. Although Vinfast hasn't been making a lot of money since its launch in the US market, it still shows a value of $69 billion after it went public. What's really impressive and potentially mind-blowing is this puts their valuation above both General Motors, GM, and Ford when combined. This number seems counterintuitive, and there have been skeptics of its value since, as we just stated, Vinfast isn't exactly making the kind of money to place it at this valuation. This makes people wonder how on earth are they worth so much? If you think about it, both Ford and GM are doing much better than Vinfast and have been in the game much longer. So Vinfast suddenly coming in and leaving them both behind is a little strange. This raises some red flags because, very simply, these numbers just don't seem to add up. What secrets are they hiding? Why are their sales trending down? Stick around to find out, because we'll be diving into each one. Bad reviews. Then there's the reviews. The Vietnamese company launched an electric vehicle model called the VF8 in the US market, which turned out to be a total flop. These reviews have fallen under the category of terrible, which pretty much speaks for itself. The key message delivered is that people experienced a high level of dissatisfaction in their ownership of this EV, which naturally discouraged new buyers from trying it out. While there could be issues with the company being newer and trying to figure out its way, the reviews so far have not been limited to just one area. Unfortunately, there's a whole range of concerns about some of the integral aspects of a vehicle, namely its performance and build quality. There are suspension issues. One of the biggest complaints from the VF8 was its suspensions, where customers and reviewers have seemingly all had this same issue. They're extremely concerned that the handling of this EV could be compromised, and since the suspension has a direct impact on safety, comfort, and the overall driving experience, the ride quality of this car is just straight up worrisome. Build quality. Another area of criticism has been the build quality of the VF8, and the critics have openly talked about specific issues that call into question the quality control standards at the factories where these cars are produced. We wish we could tell you that the fit and finish of the interior was the only problem this car had. Some reviews point out a weird rattling noise, which alludes to something being loose within the car, and depending on the importance of that part, could impact overall safety. When you buy any car, you should always have a critical lens for build quality, and any signs of durability issues should be massive red flags before spending your hard-earned money. Simply put, if the build quality is bad, you're in for ongoing maintenance issues. There's always going to be this question stuck inside your head about whether or not this car is going to break down entirely. The screen would fail. Next, the VF8 had a host of software glitches that would cause the screen of the display to just go blank mid-driving. This issue was so significant that the company had to recall 999 of their cars shipped to the US. Apart from not being able to change that awful song that just started playing in your Discover Weekly, there could be a whole host of problems like not being able to see your navigation route. Recall effects. The combination of recalls and bad reviews has ultimately served as a direct blow to the reputation of the company. Customers are starting to lose faith, which could lead to significant long-term brand damage. In the automotive industry, reputation and brand image play a crucial role in influencing purchasing decisions. Negative reviews and issues with product quality can make the customers look at the brand with skepticism, and they'll start avoiding it altogether. Considering that the competition they are up against are high-quality producers like Tesla and Toyota, a highly competitive market will be tough to exist in, with a poor reputation. With VF8 getting slapped around by reviewers and glitches, Vinfast may have a tough time keeping up. These electric vehicles come with no battery. Some skepticisms was also raised when Vinfast started to quote the prices of their vehicles without including the battery subscription cost. What customers had to do was lease the battery for a monthly fee that would be calculated by how many miles they drive. The company gave out this subscription plan in hopes that this subscription model will make their cars more accessible to a wider range of customers, while extending the life cycle of the vehicle itself. A company in Taiwan called Gogoro came up with the idea of swapping the batteries in their electric bikes and mopeds instead of waiting for them to charge for longer use. While this may seem suitable for small two-wheelers, applying this model to an SUV doesn't really make sense. Vinfast said that by the end of 2023, 50% of the battery will be for rent, while the rest is for sale, along with the purchase of the car. This subscription model wasn't well received by their customers, and as a result, the company decided to sell their electric vehicles with batteries included. Lower sales. Vinfast's bad reviews and the whole battery subscription scenario put it in a tough spot and made it hard to sell. The sales in the US have been minimal, with the company selling only about 128 cars in 5 months up till July. This number is really low if you compare it to its market competitors, who have been killing it in the automobile market. The 3 main players, Tesla, GM, and Ford, aren't making it easier for this company to grab public attention either. Because let's face it, with the price Vinfast is offering, you can easily get another electric vehicle with much better quality. These low sales resulted in some serious financial issues. The financial problems of Vinfast are a cause of concern because of its losses and declining revenue. This has led to the company struggling to make profits. In 2022, the Vinfast reported huge losses, equal to $2.1 billion. In the current fiscal year, things aren't looking good for them either. At the end of the first quarter, the company announced they had lost $598 million. Other than their losses, the company keeps on facing a decline in their revenue. Sales fell by half in the first quarter, which equals to $65 million and is a notable drop compared to the previous period. This is worrying for the investors. The investors and the market shareholders are getting worried because of Vinfast's weak financial performance. After seeing a decline in its revenue and multi-million-dollar losses, people are worried about whether Vinfast can achieve future profitability. Investors will need to review their strategic plan and decide if they have a shot at long-term success. Even though Vinfast claims that it's worth $69 billion, with the company losing so much money and its sales going down, it opens up many questions. What do you think about Vinfast's future? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe.